Hi everyone, ready for another story? Today's story is going to be Floss. And Floss is a sheepdog who lives somewhere in the north of England. Are you ready and comfortable? Here we go. Floss was a young border collie who belonged to an old man in a town. She walked with the old man on the streets, but she loved playing ball with the children in the park. There she's walking with the old man. And these are one of the Yorkshire towns up in the north of England. And there is Floss playing ball in the park with the children. That's what she loved doing. My son is a farmer, the old man told Floss. He has a sheepdog who is too old for work. He needs a young dog to herd his sheep on the farm. He could train you, a border collie like you, because that's what those type of dogs are really good at, looking after the sheep. And there's the pictures of the farm of his son that he showed to the Floss. So Floss and the old man travelled away from the town with his streets and houses and children playing ball in the park. They came to the heather-covered hills of the valley, where nothing much grew except for sheep. There they are in the train. And look, Floss is looking out of the window. Can you see that? I like looking out of the window while I'm in the train. There's a lot to see usually. And there he arrived in the town where his son has a farm. And there is his son walking up, saying hello to his father and the dog. Somewhere in his memory, Floss knew about sheep. Old Nell, the dog of the son, showed her how to run them up. The farmer trained her to run wide and lie down, to walk on behind, to shed and to pen. And she worked very hard to become a good sheepdog. There's the old dog trying to teach her, showing him how you do when you look after the sheep. And there's the winter when they have to bring the sheep back in to the farm from the fields. And there is Floss having a go at herding the sheep. Can you see all the hills behind? And there's the farmer in the distance with the children. But sometimes Floss would wake up in the night. While Nell lay sound asleep, she remembered about playing with the children and rounding up balls in the park. Now, you might not find this usual, but in the farms, dogs usually sleep outside in their special sheds. And there's the children looking out and talking to each other in the evening when they're going to bed. And this is the special place where the dogs in the farm sleep. Now you can see this is the dream of Floss about children playing football in the park. See? And there's the old dog fast asleep. The old dog is getting too old to do the hard work on the farm. And that is why Floss has to learn it. The farmer took Floss on the hill one day to see if she could gather the sheep by herself. She was rounding them up when she heard, there she is, at the edge of the field, the farmer's children playing with a brand new black and white ball. And then she forgot about her work and ran to the children to play with the ball. But sheepdogs who are working cannot play with balls. They can't leave the sheep just by themselves. Floss remembered about the children. She ran and played with their ball. She showed them her best nose kicks and her best passes. She did her best springs in the airs. Hey, Daddy, look at this! Look at Floss! The sheep started to run away when Floss wasn't paying attention. There is Floss, and there's the sheep running away. Uh-oh, the farmer is not going to be happy. The sheep escaped through the gate and ran into the garden. There were sheep everywhere and sheep on the road. Floss, lie down! The farmer's voice was like thunder. You are meant to work on this farm, not play." And he took Floss back to his doghouse for punishment. There is Floss looking at the farmer. "What did I do wrong? I don't understand. All I wanted to do was play." But like I said, the animals on the farm have to work. Floss lay worried about bulls and about sheep, and she dreamt about the streets in the town, the hills of the valley, and the children and the farmers all mixed together, while Nell, the old dog, had to round up the straying sheep. There's Nell, the old dog, helping out, and there's the children peeping in to where Floss was lying, for in his own shed, because he was being punished. Nell was too old to work every day, so Floss had to learn to take her place. She worked hard to keep the sheep and to gather the sheep well. She was much too tired to have dreams anymore, and the farmer was getting used and pleased with Floss, and he ran Floss at a special competition called dog trials. "She's a good worker now," the old man said. There are the children taking Floss to a competition, and she's winning prizes. So she has learned to look after the dogs, after the sheep. The children still wanted to play with their ball. "Hey, Daddy," they said, "can old Nell play with us now?" But Nell didn't know anything about balls. "And no one can play like Floss," they said. "Go on then," said the farmer to Floss. "As you won a prize, you can go and play now." And the children kicked the ball high in the air so that Floss could play with them. Floss remembered about the children, and she ran to play with the ball. She showed off her best nose kicks and her best passes, and she did her very best spring in the air. There the children, and they're all playing with Floss, can you see? She loves playing football, doesn't she? And that is how Floss got used to working on the farm, but still liked to play ball sometimes after the work was done. And that was Floss by Kim Lewis. Now, I'll read you another story another time. Take care. Bye-bye.